Welcome to 1407 Grey Malkin Lane. I am the living memory of the X-Men. Welcome to another edition of Explaining X-Men to my wife. We have Miss Ladybird behind the camera. She will be asking, she'll be wanting to know a brief history of X-Men characters. She has not asked me or informed me of which characters that she's going to ask. So
let's just get on with the show. Okay. So you did a review on, what is it? Edge of Swords? X of Swords? What was it?
Sword.
Sword. What was the title?
A Ten of Swords.
Ten of Swords. And you mentioned someone, and you said she's a bitch. Storm. Honestly, ever since I've had like any type of knowledge of like comic books, and that's not very deep either, I've always thought Storm was kind of overrated in a way. She reminds me of Beyonce. Why? I don't know. I'm not saying that Beyonce is overrated, because I love Beyonce, but Beyonce, I equate Storm to Beyonce. Storm is the Beyonce to the Storm is the Beyonce of the X-Men in my eyes. So, but I don't know anything about her.
Okay.
Like, who is she? Where was she born? Her parents? How did she get her powers? Was she ever a New Mutant? Or how did she, like, join the X-Men? I know she's part of the 5? The original 5?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
No. Okay. Okay. She was born, her parents were born David Oro and her mother's name Nadir. It's N apostrophe D A E. No.
Spelling's irrelevant.
Spelling is not irrelevant. Spelling is irrelevant. David and Nadir in Brooklyn, New York.
Oh.
Her father was a photographer and moved the family over to Cairo.
Egypt?
Yeah, in Egypt, not Cairo, Texas. And she was 6 when her parents were attacked and murdered in a bombing. And she was she was left under rubble for a couple days, which really resulted in her giving her claustrophobia.
Why does it seem like all these characters, like, something horrible happened to their parents? Who was the one, was it Magneto? I think you told me he's like on a plane with his kids or his parents, and then he's like about to die. I just have this image.
That's Cyclops.
Cyclops. One and the other.
Okay.
Interchangeable, right?
Okay.
They're best friends, right?
Cyclops and Magneto?
Yes.
Sure, let's go with that. They work together really closely. Okay, so Storm, she's an orphan. She doesn't have any access to any of her papers or anything, so she becomes one of the many children around, just many children that just, run around. She learns how to be a thief from the local kingpin, who takes a shine to her because she has white hair and blue eyes, which is very rare in anything.
Yeah.
She becomes like one of the best. She becomes one of the best pickpockets. She even pickpockets a certain bald-headed telepath. Yeah.
Nice.
Like he was passing along, and she picked his pocket. And he caught her. He caught her thinking about it, and stopped and noted, like, wow, you have white hair and blue eyes.
Mm-hmm.
and you're a little black girl.
Mm-hmm. And she was 6 at the time?
Yeah.
So Xavier is much, much older than, like, everybody.
Yeah, he's...
So then why doesn't it seem like he ages ever?
Oh, no, he takes care of himself. He's a billionaire.
So in Logan, we see Xavier in Logan, right?
Yes.
He was really old.
Yes.
Did he die in that movie? I forget.
Yes, he died.
Huh, okay.
Yeah, he died.
Side note, question. I guess where my confusion is in like all these timelines. So like, for example, you're talking about Logan, or we're talking about Logan, how he died. But then in contemporary times and in the new issues that are coming out, you have all of these like resurrection pods and he's alive. So how do you go from having him dead in Logan and then he's alive in the issues?
The movies have nothing to do with the books. Like the movies are basically really simplified versions of what happened in the books. Which is,
so it's kind of like, okay, this is really stupid, but like, for example, I have a 30-something-year-old woman that loves SpongeBob.
Yeah.
So it's like the movie SpongeBob has nothing to do with any of the episodes, and there's no recollection of the movie plots in any of the episodes. Something like that?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. Because they want to bring
Are
in...
the movies ever referenced in the issues?
No. Never.
Any of the events in the movies?
They take story elements from certain stories and put them in the movie, but then they'll change them just enough. So they can say it was based off this. It started off this way, but we changed it so it's this.
That makes sense.
Yeah. But
so we were
Storm. When she was early adolescence, she left Cairo. It's said that she walked the entire way. She walked the continent of Africa, and she met up with a young Chakala, and
really?
Yeah, apparently they hooked up. It was like when they were like 14 years old.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think I like that.
Yeah. Well, eventually she found herself in a village in Kenya, that was going through a farm drought, and she used her powers for the first time and brought rain to help out the crops, but she was still learning about her powers. So people misinterpreted her as a goddess when really she's just a mutant.
That's where she gets her ego from.
Yeah, she's been being told that she's a goddess since she was 16 years old.
And there you go. So I don't think she really is a bitch. I just think she has
an inflated ego.
A big self-esteem.
Yeah, it's cool to have self-esteem. I mean, she has the skills. I mean, she can steal very well. She thinks very highly of herself, which is nice.
Yeah, there you go.
But I think because there's nobody really with her power set.
Huh.
There's no.
Is she an Omega?
Yeah, it said that she's an Omega, but she's nothing compared to Thor.
Can you explain to me what Omega is again?
Omega is where your powers have no limit.
So why is Thor Omega?
Oh, Thor's not an Omega, he's a god.
Oh.
Whereas Storm manipulates the storm, like she manipulates the weather, Thor is the weather.
Interesting. Like Iceman, because he is ice?
Iceman's a whole different thing. Like, he has a whole... Yeah.
Sorry, I'm making you jump all over.
Yes. Okay, Storm. Yeah. She's praised as a goddess in Kenya until early adulthood, where she's approached by Professor Xavier, now in a wheelchair. She's like, hey, I've been seeing you since I was a kid.
Sorry, all of these questions are popping up. Why is Xavier in a wheelchair?
Oh, he lost the. He was injured, spinal injury. So she was asked to join his second team of X-Men to retrieve the first group that had been taken hostage on Krakoa. Same Krakoa, but Krakoa was tripping back then. A living island, a monster island. She joined up along with Wolverine, Nightcrawler, Colossus, and it's been with the X-Men pretty much ever since. She can't keep a man.
Do they have, like, day jobs?
Storm? Here's the thing about Storm. Storm is such a revered beauty that, no, she doesn't have a day job. Every villain.
So how do they, like, all live?
Oh,
like, are they all just kind of living off of Xavier's money?
Okay, how
do they survive? How do they pay for stuff?
All right, what exactly? Okay, so during the school days or on Krakoa now, or what do you mean?
In its entirety. Like, how do they make their money?
Okay.
I mean, of course, probably money is irrelevant in this type of life, but...
Okay, Xavier is a billionaire. He has a mansion. When he first started the school, he had he brought in 5 kids. Remember, he's a billionaire, so taking care of 5 other people, and he has no other family is really easy. And then when you bring in the other X-Men who replaced the original 5, it's still the same thing. Like, I assume they have trust funds
paid for by
Xavier.
So they're all living off of Xavier.
Some of them are.
Xavier's basically a big sugar daddy.
Essentially, kind of, yeah. Xavier's school was essentially a nature preserve. Take very powerful mutants, very attractive mutants, and put them in a very lush environment. They can go anywhere they want, and they don't have to worry about money. Some of them never really had to worry about money because, like Storm, she has money from like other stuff. She's really good at say.
It seemed like they all come from like well-off families, except Sam.
No, a bunch of them come from like middle class to some of them really poor. Some of them were orphans before meeting with the X-Men.
Okay, has she ever? You said she can't keep a man. Why? Who has she dated?
She's dated Forge.
Okay.
She's dated Wolverine.
Really?
She's dated Black Panther.
That would be such a toxic relationship.
No, it's really kind of funny. With Wolverine's always pining for Jean, but Storm's always kind of there, and I kind of think they've been friends with benefits for a long time. But it's really and Storm likes Wolverine, but she knows Wolverine's really into Jean. It's really funny. That's my headcanon about it. Well, based on what I've seen. Okay, so Forge, Wolverine, Black Panther.
It seems like she's way older than T'Challa.
Yeah. No, they're the same. No, he was older than her.
Really?
Yeah. It was kind of like I am 16 going on 17. She had a brief flirtation with Cable when he was an old man.
And that is Magneto's son?
Cyclops' son.
Cyclops' son.
Yeah, from the future. So imagine, like, you living your life, and then you go back in time and you meet up with your dad when he's, like, 16.
Yeah.
And you're like, you're my dad, but
I'm older than you.
Yeah.
I'm an old man, dude.
Yeah, she had a whole thing with. She had a little thing with Bishop. It's said that she's been in a bisexual relationship with this Japanese woman named Yuriko. That's mostly subtext, but and people like to think two women are just because two women are friends, they have to be dating or they have to hook up. Whatever.
It's mostly because these stories are aimed towards guys, so it kind of like feeds onto the whole, ooh, two sexy girls.
So are you saying Jay Edited is just super horny?
Who? Well, I have no idea who that person is, but that's the reason why there is fan fiction.
Wow.
And, I mean, come on. Isn't that how Twilight came about?
Well, it was 50 Shades of Grey, but...
Oh, yeah, whatever. Wait, what was it? 50 Shades of Grey was...
50 Shades of Grey was a fanfic of Twilight.
Really?
Yeah.
I would have assumed it was the other way around. Oh, no, because Twilight is pretty tamed. You right.
Okay, so... Yeah, Storm had a bunch of, like, relationships, but never could keep anyone because...
Has she ever been married?
She's been married to the Black Panther, but they got divorced.
What?
It was during Avengers vs. X-Men.
Avengers versus... That is a whole other ballpark.
That's a whole other thing. And also part of the propaganda to tear the X-Men down. There's more on that. So, anything else you want to know about Storm?
Kids.
She has no children.
Really?
No children. It's been said that she will have children.
When? I mean, we aren't getting any younger.
I don't know. Like, apparently Marvel has this whole thing about having these characters have children. Like, we've never seen Jean Grey pregnant. We've never seen Storm pregnant.
Yeah, because it takes away from, like, that whole, ooh, she's sexy. Unless you like that kind of fetish, then more power to you. I don't know. Yeah, like, there's some people who like pregnant women.
I mean...
Like Spank Bank, like... Ooh, she has a baby.
How do you know more about this than I do? Anyway, yeah, here's the thing. Storm is a great character. She's an inspirational leader, but she's not a great leader because she always leaves when things get really tough, or she's never...
Of course, typical pretty girl.
No, come on. That's not fair.
You're right, because I haven't left. Ha 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 ha.
What I mean by that is when the things are really going on, when she's on the X-Men, things are really going on, Cyclops is there. She's his backup, which is good. Sometimes you need that. Jordan needed Pippin.
Bitch.
I wasn't saying that. I was saying Jordan needs the Pippin. Kobe needed Shaq.
Ja Rule needed Ashanti.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ. Oh.
Well, they did have that song, Down Ass Bitch.
Okay. We're moving. Okay, we're keeping it going. But, yes, Storm has done some really great things with the X-Men, but she's not a great leader. With her whole time with the Morlocks,
What are the Morlocks?
The Morlocks were this underground, was this community of mutants who lived underground.
So basically, like the lizard people we're talking about a few days ago.
Or more like the people who live in the sewers in Las Vegas.
Have you seen that documentary?
Yes.
I've seen it too. It's weird on YouTube, right?
Yes.
It's weird, right? They have like a whole community in the sewers. And my question watching the whole thing, I was like, coming from someone who's kind of in the engineering field, what is gonna happen when you get that like 500-year storm and you're living in a friggin' sewer? Like, do they not think about these things?
I don't know.
Sorry.
I don't know. But essentially, she fought Callisto from
the lady from that issue.
Yeah, from
the 80s model lady.
Yeah, and fought for leadership. And Storm won. And she said, I am the leader. She was full on Daenerys from Game of Thrones. And you want to know what she did with it? Nothing.
It's not like Daenerys did anything either.
That's mean. But
I mean, think about it.
No, but like the thing about
like, what did she do? She was pretty and she had 3 cool ass dragons. But besides that, what'd she do? Get her husband killed? Her hot looking husband? Because he got a paper cut because of her? Think about it.
I regret giving you that. But no, she liberated an entire country from slavery.
Yeah, I guess.
But then it got taken back.
Exactly. Anyway.
Okay.
Sorry. We were talking about the Moors?
The Morlocks.
Morlocks, okay.
So here's the thing. There's a nice set of people who kind of hate Storm. Low key. Because under Storm's leadership, the mutant massacre happened, and she didn't have any power. She didn't try to protect them. Nothing.
What was that?
Oh, that was when Mr. Sinister deemed the Morlocks to be genetically trash. So he had his group of mutant mercenaries to go down there and clean it up. Yeah, so basically a scorched earth thing. Kill everyone.
Why is there always like someone always trying to be like, oh, I'm better than you? Like, you know?
Well, what do you mean I'm better than you?
Like, Sinister. Like,
No. He's not saying I'm better than you. He's just saying like, you people do not need to breed anymore.
Exactly. Why?
Because he considers them genetic deadwood.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because he thinks he's better than them.
Well, Sinister's more like he's more like a gardener. He considers the Morlocks to be weeds. And he's like, okay, I need to get rid of this.
Wow.
Like, he considers mutations kind of like people. Pokemon.
But isn't he a mutant?
I say no.
Then what is he?
He is a human that turned himself into a mutant. So he's no different from Spider-Man.
Or like Iron Man.
No. Iron Man has no powers.
What?
Iron Man doesn't have any powers.
Then how is he like super strong?
He's not super strong. He just has the armor.
I need to rewatch these movies.
Or and not actually stay awake.
Awake.
Yeah.
You said a week.
Yeah. But yeah, Storm she's had some great looks, great power set. She's very delusional. Wolverine is low-key her minion. Kitty is her protege, and Kitty is just
Kate.
Okay.
It's Kate. Remember that issue?
Okay.
It bothered me so much.
Okay, first of all, like, Kitty.
I know.
I've known you since you were this. You're Kitty. Change your damn name.
Remember that issue?
Yes, I do.
It's Kate. It's Kate.
But yeah, that's Storm. She's a cool person. It's just, she's a bitch, but she's a nice person.
She's a bitch, but she's a nice person. She's a nice bitch. She sucks, but she's a nice bitch.
Fair.
That's fair. Storm in a nutshell.
Storm in a nutshell. A critical, unbiased nutshell.
I think it is so biased.
It's not biased.
Your opinion, well, everyone's opinion's biased.
It's not biased. This is based off actual things that she's done.
But you're saying she's a bitch.
She is a bitch.
I wouldn't consider that.
Sue Storm is a bitch. A lot of, like...
Sue Storm?
The Invisible Woman.
Mm.
Who else? There's a lot of, like... There's a lot of...
Like Marvel Girl?
No.
Who's the one who was played by Brie Larson?
Carol Danvers.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a bitch.
I like Brie Larson.
Nobody does. Well, this is 1407 Graymalkin Lane, explaining X-Men to my wife. You have
Signing out.
You have a nice one now.
Bye.